Welcome once again to our podcast Virasat, where we delve deep into stories of remarkable individuals who are not only successful in their field but are also making a significant impact on world around them. I am Mugdha Khangaroth.
And I am Aditya Patel. We are the students of Faculty of Management Studies, Baroda.
Today, we are having a pleasure of hosting Mr. Alok Sharman, a distinguished alumnus of our faculty, a seasoned business strategist with over 35 years of experience in driving exponential growth and turnaround in Fortune 500 companies such as Brenntag, TATA, Ashland-Valvoline. Mr. Alok's journey is not just about climbing the corporate ladder, but about transforming businesses and leaving a lasting legacy. Join us as we explore his incredible journey, insights, and lessons he has learned along the way. Now I request Professor Smita Trivedi ma'am to felicitate Mr. Alok Sharman.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much.
So our first segment is educational journey.
First question would be, how do you feel after coming back after 30 years to your faculty? Is it a nostalgic feeling or excitement?
I think it's more than 35 years, by the way, but
Yes.
not that. I passed out in 88 January, so you can calculate number of years. But I have come to this faculty, I've been coming to this faculty not very often, but quite often, I would say. 2019 was my last visit, pre-COVID, and Smita ma'am was there, and I had taken some guest lectures for your batches, even for executive development batches, both executive MBA and your normal MBA. I taught strategic marketing, B2B strategy, B2B marketing, etc. So it's not very, I mean, of course, the feeling is there after 5-6 years, nostalgic feeling, and specifically once you become 34th ranked in NIRF, which is very good. So fantastic job, guys, done, and be proud of the institute and keep on going to great corporates and do your best there so that we all become much and better as an institute.
Specific reason that why did you do MBA and specifically why MBA in marketing zone?
It goes to a long history back. I was a ranker in school.
Okay.
I was in Navrachna, then in Rosary. So I'm a Navrachnite and a Roserite. Ranker in school, both. What happened in the 12th standard, during the Diwali days, I was normally, all those crackers you burst, etc., right? So I also burst. I was bursting and throwing crackers, those big sutli bomb, we call them, right? And then that one sutli bomb burst in my hand. Now, that created a big problem for my hand. It was all bandaged and I could not give my prelims. So I lost my kind of self-confidence that time. I was in 12th standard. You know how important it was that time. There was just engineering colleges, just 4 of them, few medical colleges. There were no private colleges, no private engineering colleges. So very tough. And then I was thinking whether I should give the exam. I could not write. I simply could not write. But still, I thought I should not take a drop. I gave my exams, but being an okay student, I still got 60 to 60%. I was not at 80, 85 one, but at least I got 60 to 60%. So I had to take admission in my Bachelor in Science. I did my physics and chemistry. I could not get into engineering because of my unfortunate rank that time. So 2-3 years I was kind of sulking, again in learning for you guys basically. So you have these kind of ups and downs in life always. This was one of my down life because I was ranker. Suddenly I went there. So 2 years I used to sulk. I used to not meet people, not do anything much. But third year again I got hold of myself. I said, oh, look, this is not really the way to do it. So then I started really studying for my third year, at least finally, and I got distinction in my physics. I passed out with distinction. And same time, what I thought was, I analyzed myself. What exactly are you good at? So I was very good at elocution competition. I was good at debating. I used to take part in dramas, etc. So I had options that MCA was coming up in a very big way. So I had option from VGTA, MBA, MCA, or MBA. Now that was, remember I passed out, I was 85 that time, okay. So I wanted an immediate admission somewhere so that at least I can tell people that I've got back to a career. I've not, because doing MSc was no use because you couldn't get a career for that. So it was MBA or MCA for me. So then I chose MBA because MCA was more onto computers and software. I said, desk job. I'm more an outgoing personality. So I analyzed it's MBA. And MBA then, obviously MBA marketing because that's where I skilled. I used to meet people. I was more gregarious. I used to have an outgoing personality, not the finance type or operations type or the SCM types. that kind. That's how it was a very, I would say, analytical choice with pros and cons on happening on each and everything. That okay, I need an MBA, I need an MBA marketing, and that's how it happened. Yeah.
So, sir, what are the key experiences or learnings that you have gained during your FMS days that made you being here at that current position with which you are having?
See, MBA is a, I would say, a very generalistic education, right? A degree. It teaches you right from advertising, marketing, operations, OR. It teaches you finance, P&L. So, right, it gives you law. Everything is there, correct? Has a holistic, I would say, approach to the entire corporate life. So I wouldn't say any one subject actually was very important. It was all of them were somewhere or the other important because you don't become a master of any subject. You just take small takeaways from each and every subject and try to incorporate that and learn it. Advertising, you know something. Marketing, you know something. Sales force, you know something. You know something on P&L, something on balance sheets, something on laws. Something you know, which will all help you out as you move ahead.
Sir, then during our research, we came to know that you recently done your PhD. Sir, so what motivates you at this current point to complete your PhD?
See, PhD is the highest, I would say, academic qualification you can get. Okay, so 2019, when I was coming to the institute, like I came to your institute here, I taught in IIM Kashipur. I was adjunct professor of B2B marketing there. I took a full course of B2B marketing. I went to IIM Lucknow, I went to MDI, I went to Symbiosis, I went to IMT. All these colleges I visited as a guest lecturers and giving my experiences because I've been all over the world, right? Experiences. I realized that maybe if at some point of a career I would want to become a vice chancellor or a dean of the some management institute. You never know how things progress.
Yes.
And for becoming that, you need a PhD. And anyway, I always wanted to do a PhD. It's always good to be called doctor. So now people address me as Dr. Alok. It feels good.
Yes.
Okay, you are not just Alok, you are not Dr. Alok. So that gives you also edge over your competition. Now, even if I am talking, there are 3 or 4 CEOs sitting in besides me, but I am a doctor, obviously I get an edge. And that is from a good university. I did it from Savitri Phule University, University of Pune.
So, sir, can you just explain our audience the importance of continuous learning for overall personal development? As you just rightly pointed that at age of 55 you started your PhD. So that shows that you are a continuous learner. So can you just highlight the importance of that skill?
Every stage of your career is learning for you. Remember that. And gals. That you do a first job, you are in school, you are learning. You're in college, you're learning. MBA, you're learning. First job is bunch of learning. Try to absorb what's happening. If you have a good boss, nothing like it. Okay. Every stage, and now specifically now with so much of learning happening, with this AI coming in or ChatGPT is coming in or so much of technology absorption, you have to be one up. If you are one up on your colleagues, you're going to make it. See, everybody's an MBA. Why I wanted to do my PhD? Now I'm a PhD. So I'm one up on my CEO colleagues. I'm one up on MBs. Right? You have to be one up. You have to keep on learning. The moment you stop learning, you're gone. So life is a continuous learning process where you learn from your children. I learn from my children. Learn from your pets. Learn from your colleagues. Learn from your teachers. Learn from your bosses. I mean, you have to just keep your eyes and ears open. You have to keep on learning. Otherwise, you don't learn. And one thing, oh, see, the biggest problem is when the person thinks, I know everything. I am the CEO of a company, an MD of a company, regional director, a vice president, and come on, man, I have to teach. I don't learn. He is gone or she is gone. You have to continuously learn because there's so much in the world that you have to absorb every time. Like even I'm talking to you, we spoke yesterday as well.
Yes.
I mean, I've learned something from you as well. What is to be done, what more has to be done, and prepare yourself. That's the way. So you like say, I can see this picture here. This was in I think January or February this year.
Okay.
I went to ISB for strategic learning. I said I should keep on. It's called sharpen your pencil. Remember,
Yes.
pencil is there. You keep on sharpening it. You have to keep. Otherwise, we get blunt. So I had also learned from great professors who had come down from the US, professors from ISB. Fantastic learning. So it just keeps your brain cells ticking. You stop, your brain cells become slowly getting weary, especially at ages like mine, and then you become weary. Very
So, sir, talking about your FMS days, can you recall this picture and name few of your benchmarks who were there in this picture?
Yeah, those were the days, 85, 87. Actually, we were supposed to pass out in 87, May or June, but Nam Nirmana was happening and then we got delayed. So we passed out in January 88.
Mm-hmm.
So the faculty institute which you have today, this was a different faculty. You see here, we were at, I don't know whether you can read it, it's a general education auditorium.
Okay.
You have seen there, right?
Yes, that is besides that bridge.
Correct. So this was a building annexed to the general education auditorium.
Okay.
You can see the broken windows. You can see the kind of, we were just given a like, okay, we want to start a faculty there, go there. So we were the second batch.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just trying to, they were experimenting on us. Now they're all my friends, my classmates. So Anil Menon here, he was in the Middle East.
Okay.
See, here I'm in touch with few of them, few I have not.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in Middle East. Now I think he's back in India. It's in logistics side.
Mm-hmm.
Zurwan Morolia, he was a senior, he's retired just now. He was a senior VP with Godrej in supply chain. He's a very senior person. Should be in touch with him.
Yes.
Preeti Mehta, she's in the US, I believe. She was in Citibank in between. She went to US. I'm not really in touch, but I'm in touch with her sister, Dr. Priya Mehta. She was a classmate of mine in Rosary. Suvarna, again, I'm not in touch. In fact, nobody's in touch with her. Somehow she just disappeared. So Suvarna, if you are at all seeing my broadcast, please reach out to me and reach out to us. We would love to connect again. This was a outside faculty. This is my scooter, by the way. I used to come on this scooter. You can see safety and fire still there. From that time, I used to always be advent of, I used to always promote safety. And they're all, yes, I think I've covered everybody here. That is how it was. This was in Kaya Barhon. We used to have small trips together on scooters. Very interesting episode I'll tell you about this. The scooter, I remember the scooter and motorcycle. We passed out our MBA, right? It was last day when we had our, I think it was the last exam or something. And half of them were hostelites from Mumbai and Delhi. All from them were hostelites. So I was a local guy. We all gathered in the night in the hostel, and Baroda mein you get everything. So we all had water, lot of water. Okay, and then we all got drunk. And then we were all very high. It was around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night. It was raining. I don't know how it was raining that time. I don't know why. Maybe that time. Yeah, sorry. It was the exams were sometime in March, but we got the results in January. Something of that kind. It was raining very badly. We all said, we're all drunk. We said, let's go to Mahi. So we all took our two-wheelers and one pillion rider behind me. I think most probably Amit Vyas was behind me. Okay. And all on the scooters, and we all 1 o'clock in the night, raining badly, and the roads also not very good that time. All to Mahi River. Let's go. And we all went. And all of us were, and only one person was not, he didn't drink water. Only one person, who was Mr. Anil Menon. And he was on his bike. Okay. So all of us were there, and who had an accident, small accident? Mr. Anil Menon. Who did not have anything. And all of us who were absolutely, totally gone and were very high, we were all safe and sound came back. So, Mr. Anil Menon, hats off to you.
Now let's explore Dr. Alok Sharman's remarkable corporate journey. Dr. Alok started his career as a management trainee at AGFA and then held various managerial positions at companies like Deepak Nitrate Limited, Reliance, and Gujarat Filaments Limited. He then joined Valvoline Cummins Private Limited and played a pivotal role in establishing Valvoline as a leader. Dr. Alok has held several senior leadership positions globally, including President Director, General Manager in Brazil, and Regional Director roles in Asia. He also served as a global CEO at York Transport Equipment, achieving record revenues and profits. Currently, Dr. Alok serves as a Regional Director, South Asia, and Managing Director of India at Brenntag, driving growth and sustainability initiatives. Join us as we uncover the insights and lessons from his extraordinary corporate journey.
So, sir, as we know that you have extensive and diverse career opportunities across varied regions. So can you just throw some of the key milestones and highlights of your professional journey?
Yeah, at the moment, I am the managing director of Brenntag, you know that, and it's continuous learning for me. I'm a member of the Economic Times ILC, it's called the Indian Leadership Council, where we are around 100 CEOs all over the India are members, and it's a initiative from Times Group. I'm very happy that they had take all these kind of gatherings initiatives. So I joined number of their seminars, etc. So this I think photograph which I have is with Mr. Anand Mahindra. This was around just I think 1.5 months back. So Mr. Anand Mahindra is asking me questions on my. He wanted to understand one-on-one on a lot of things. So he spoke to me for around 15 minutes, and he spoke to me about my PhD specifically. Again, what made you say, what made you do your PhD, what are your learnings, and how what are you doing, using it in the corporate life. He also asked me what he feels, what I feel should be done more to ensure that the ENPS scores or Net Promoter scores in organizations grow better, etc. So I always wanted to become join an MNC. See, that time there were Colgates and Unilevers and all MNCs. So I wanted to join an MNC. So one of my juniors was Gopi. Yeah, I think he's in Dubai, and his father was in ACFA Gaver general manager. So I reached out to him. So that's how networking is so important. Meet out, meet people, meet everybody. So he helped me reach out to his father. I gave all interviews. Of course, we had to give interviews, etc. So there were three management trainees taken in ACFA Gaver. One of them was from MS, two from the other colleges in Mumbai. So then I became an annual trainee, become a sales executive there. See, every job you have to keep on performing and show from the day you join that you want it. That passion has to be seen from your bosses, from your colleagues, from your management. Then they will see, observe, okay, out of the three management trainees, this guy is standing out. He's showing that potential, showing the and sincerity, not just showing off. I am doing this and I'm doing that. You have to also show off. So there are two aspects. One is you have to actually do perform. Second is also market yourself, because a lot of times you are unable to. You do a lot of work and people don't see it. So you have to a little bit market yourself also. Then from there, went to Deepak Nitrite. I joined them as sales executive, became regional manager, became manager customer service. A lot of milestones there in that. Today also I'm in touch with Deepak Bhai and Malik Bhai, everybody. And then I joined Valvoline. I was there for 18 years. So in fact, I joined Valvoline as the regional manager of sales in Northern region. Became the vice president sales. Then I became vice president sales and marketing. In fact, the entire, I would say, a lot of distributors today in India also were appointed by me, and they are still respected. I'm still in touch with a lot of them. So, in fact, a lot of the management today is also under me today, who is right now there. So we have that. So I established the entire brand from grassroots level. It happened. Then they from I as VP sales and marketing, they sent me to Brazil. Brazil, I was made president director or the CEO or MD, as you call it. I formed a joint venture with Cummins there in Brazil, with KPMG coming in, all of them together. And from there, as from a negative EBITDA, I turned it around totally and I got it to break even, the JV in Brazil. I must have done a good job there. So they sent me to as a director Asia to Thailand, right from Brazil to Thailand. Then after Valvoline as director Asia, I joined Tata's as CEO. See, everywhere milestones were there, I used to turn. So I've turned around 5 different companies now. Turned around means transformed, grown exponentially 5 P&Ls, different P&L. One in Brazil, Asia I grew the EBITDA by 224% and the revenues by 113%. Brazil saw from zero negative to break even. Then I came to York, Tata's, from a negative or a like break even EBITDA to around 8%, 9% EBITDA, which is very good. Again, huge revenues increase. Then I came to Brenntag. After that, of course, I came Brenntag. Brenntag, Raj Petro, again, huge revenue increases from even in COVID times to 2020, increased I think by 135% the EBITDA increased over last year. The best year in 2020. 21 still better year. Brenntag now, which I am there, I've grown again EBITDAs and volumes by around 50%. So you have to keep on growing. So those are the career milestones.
So, sir, as you pointed out that you worked in different countries like Thailand, Singapore, Brazil, and now in India. So, how did you overcome the problem of adapting to different cultures and manage aspects of your personal life like your schooling of your children or settling of your family in different countries? How did you overcome that?
See, let's talk of Brazil first. So for the first exposure outside, see, people have sent me to, they could have sent me to Singapore or Thailand earlier, but Brazil, nobody, nobody even knew. The only thing what we knew was samba and football. And that song which used to all have that coming in, right? Brazil, na, 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 na. That was the only thing we knew about Brazil, right? So I was sent there, and of course, I had a very tough time. I told you, I didn't know Portuguese, and out of 30 people in my organization, a small organization, just two people knew English. One was my secretary, and one was my marketing guy. Otherwise, everybody was talking Portuguese. And if I didn't learn Portuguese in 6 months' time, very difficult for MD to work. So I had to pick up Portuguese very fast. And then I started communicating and I started, because see, as a CEO or MD or president director, you have to communicate. You have to tell people that you are there. See, and they will see you as an outsider. Why has an Indian come to teach us in Brazil as if we don't know? So that first, you have to first become a friend. You have to be one of them. You have to adapt to the culture of every country. Remember that very well. Whether you go as a sales executive or a boss, you have to first understand and adapt to that. You know, in Rome, do as the Romans do. Right? Say in Brazil, do as the Brazilians do. You have to learn and see what they are doing, how they are adapting, what kind of culture they are. I used to have huge problems initially. All my hair actually went off there. Right? Seriously speaking. Because see, they have a very good culture in the sense they are very systematic, but they will do it slowly, which is fine, which is the way. But in India, we have that habit of jor torka culture. We do something here and there and try to do it, but that was not in jugaad, which we don't have in Brazil. But now I was in a man in a hurry. I had to change the P&L. I had to make the entire company profitability. So I said, I want it tomorrow. They should tell me, Kama, Kama, Kama means calm down, guys, calm down. Because we will do it and they should do it. But the thing is, it takes a little more time in Brazil rather than India. So we have to learn all that, move ahead. So this photograph is from China. No, this is of Thailand. See, now again, from Brazil, I went to Thailand. Again, the same thing. Why has an Indian come to teach us? We are there, and he was a MD. I went as the boss, regional director. So there was an MD in Thailand already, Thai MD. He says, why have you come? So again, reach out. See, if you don't reach out, you don't become there as a friend. So again, my family helped me. My family is serving Indian food. We had samosas and rasgullas and to everybody in the so Thailand or people. Only was MD there. She was at the HR person there. That's how you reach out. They feel okay. So this guy is here to help us. So when they feel that you are there to help them grow, they will be with you. If they feel you have to just become a boss, they're not with you.
And so one more thing, as we can see in these cuttings, which was in Times of India, that you introduced Rakhi to Brazilians. So what was that about? And it was also what is supported by Government of India. So can you just walk us through all the things?
See, as I said again, do something extra beyond your work. See, you have a job. Everybody has a job. You have your KPIs and KRAs, your goals and objectives written down. You have to perform beyond that. That is fine. What else have you done? That is where you stand out. That is where you try to keep on really growing. So this was for just a social and cultural activity. So we were there, and I saw that there was a lot of people didn't have this Rakhi or bonding between brother and sisters, right? So that's why I said that this is very good in India. And me and my wife, we thought that we will do it, and somehow we just had this idea come in. Okay, so we imported Rakhis. My father was here in Gujarat, Baroda. He sent Rakhis from here, and we got the help of the Association of Brazil India Commerce, the Cámara de Commerce, Brazil India. We got Government of India, Embassy of the Consulate General of India there helped us out. So they were very supportive. So we distributed pamphlets to everybody there, and we had around a huge full auditorium. We said, come with your sister. So Brazilian crowd came, and we had a lot of Indian crowd there who were there. Mita ma'am, there were a lot of people who were there who helped us. They sang the Indian songs. We actually performed the Rakhi. We were on stage, and they sang the slokas, they sang the songs, and we performed the Rakhi. We tied each other, and then we gave them, all the Brazilians, we gave them these plates with tikka, Chandla and with Rakhi, everything. Everybody was there. So there were, so we made 200 people there performing the same thing as we were doing on stage. It was that. So now then it became a regular, I think it's still happening there. So that is how it was very different. And obviously it was so unique. It was covered by Times of India here in Ahmedabad. This is on the front page it came on. This is from Mumbai Times of India. This is the Ahmedabad Times of India. On the front page it was covered.
One more thing regarding the language barriers. As you told that you learned Portuguese in 6 months. So what things should a student do to learn new types of languages if he is moving out of India? So what are the habits that you need to be inculcated?
First thing is try to learn as many languages as possible. We are Indians, so try 3 languages normally everybody has. English, Hindi and your local language. Normally everybody has. So we have a ear for language learnings. Now, if you get a chance to learn something Spanish or a French or a Chinese, whatever, it's always helpful. But now, say example, people are wanting to go to Canada. A lot of people want to go to Canada, right? People want to go PRs and young students like you guys. If you have learned French, it's an advantage, immediate advantage. You get that scoring is there, I believe some PR scoring is there. Your advantage immediately. So always try to see. Though English has become a universal language, and why we are doing well as Indians because our English is good, and we can speak good English, and we can communicate to people.
As we can see, sir, you have held various C-suite positions and led turnaround initiatives in your career. For instance, as an integral member of leadership group at Valvoline, you played a pivotal role in company's growth. So, what strategies have been most effective for you in driving transformational changes?
See, main thing is understand the market, understand the company. Wherever I said I have transformed 5 companies, I've grown P&Ls, 5 P&Ls, different in Brazil, in Asia. Asia, I had 15 countries under me, Indonesia and Maldives and Pakistan, everybody. You have to understand where things are. We have to go to the market. See, I'm a person who does not sit in the office. Even at the CEO or MD level, 2 weeks in the market, 2 weeks in the office. Strategize, come back, collate, strategize, and then again execute. Execution is as important as building a strategy, right execution. And I am a person who wants to hear. Keep your eyes and ears open. At any level, first level also, you go join the organization, you have to keep your eyes and ears open because only then you will learn what's happening in the organization, what are people speaking, what good, what bad. Try to take the good things from everybody. That's how it's going to happen. Okay. So keep your eyes and ears open. So I said you have to be, as a CEO or MD also, I am a person who wants to be in the market because see, you get your information from the market. Market means your colleagues, your suppliers, your customers, your everybody who's there because they will give you information what is going wrong. So that is how you go there, find out what's happening, what they are saying, come back, what are things wrong. It could be quality, it could be marketing, it could be customer service, it could be finance, it could be anything which is wrong. Try to change that. If you are a young, at the lower level, go and tell your boss, sir, this is not right in the company. Can you change it? If he is good, he will listen to you. Right? That is how you change, you strategize.
Sir, as you held various positions, corporate position in your career, so how can you define your leadership style?
See, leadership style, as I've already told you, is that it was more of democratic in the sense, as far as possible. Obviously, I take the final decisions, but I always let people speak, and because ideas come in from there. And luckily, I have that atmosphere in the company. Everybody, my cabinet is always open. Door is always open. Anybody, unless I have a private meeting happening or some discussions happening, anybody can walk in to my inside. And sir, can we talk of this? That is an open communication which I have established. Because if I don't establish that, people will be scared to tell me what's happening. That is how I've turned around. Again, see, turnaround strategy is not just, there are 15, 20 of them. So one of them is openness. Communication is very important. How you communicate to your colleagues. How your customer should feel that you mean what you are saying. Not, oh, sir, we will do this, we will do that for you. But delivery, nothing. They should generally feel that this guy is talking sense and he will do it. And I used to do it. Come back, take action and close it. If you find that you have to close all the problems, all the issues as well. So communication is there. So again, talking to people is there. So I would say that style is there. is I get ideas from everybody, but still, of course, final decision is mine. I take it, and luckily, it is more of a consensus which happens. Unless there is something very wrong, which I have to be. So it's more from top down and bottom up. It's both the approaches which I have.
So then, in your opinion, what can be the probable mistakes made by the leaders during their leadership style or communicating with the juniors or the colleagues?
First thing is I know everything. The problem with, I'm not against all these big institutes, okay? The problem is that when they go to these big institutes, they think I know everything. I am the cream of the cream de la cream, that's called. They are the cream of the crowd, and I am the boss. I know everything. No, you don't. That's why even I'm from FMS Baroda, and I reached all those positions which my colleagues from IITs and IIMs would not have. Many of them would not have, but I've reached those positions, right? Because that style has to be there. You have to, that person, they all depends upon you. That passion has to be there. So I always talk of the 5 Ps, right? Other than the Philip Kotler's, which is taught of the 4 Ps, and everybody would have learned marketing. It's a general thing, right? I talk of 5 Ps. First is people. People management is the most important. You understand that people are what make organizations, and be in that company where respect people and your opinion matters. To take care of the people, people will take care of your organization. Simple as that. Passion. That passion has to be there. You should feel that fire. Any job you are doing small, you have to do well. Okay? Then premiumness. Do something which is premium. Whatever you're doing, it's not that you're going to wear a Raymond jacket or something Gookies jacket. No. You just do something which is premium. Sit properly. Do your best what you're trying to do. Right? All that comes in as their pace. Be little have not speaking, but I'm talking of you have to be fast in your approaches. Otherwise, everybody, there are 10 people in line. They will go ahead and race against you. But don't jump queues. I'm against that. I see people in India. There are queues there, lines there, and people want to jump ahead. No, that's not the way. You learn it. You go properly, but do something better. But do it in time. All this really helps you to develop, get to the final profit, which and processes. You have to help and develop processes. You have to have that. Then profits come in. So people make mistakes starting from people. And then then CEOs, MDs, they think they know everything. They are an expert in, I've had instances like this, by the way. Quality. A person is an IIT mechanical engineer. Fantastic. I know everything. But there's a huge quality problem in your products. Not possible. He's not seeing it, or she's not seeing it. You have to see it from the customer's lens. So you have to see it from the supplier's lens, from the colleague's lenses, not from your eyes. See it from their eyes. That is where things are going to happen. So that a lot of them, then shut door communication. MDs will, I am the MD. Only I will talk to the vice presidents. Doesn't work like this, man. So all those things have to come in, and that is where all these people go wrong. And people will rise up to their level of their incompetence. The moment you stop learning, we stop learning. Moment you stop learning, moment you become incompetent at level, you will not stop rising. That's how it goes.
I would like to ask you one last question that as you are nearing your retirement age, so what are your plans for retirement? Are you willing to work after retirement as well or want to lead a family life?
So he said something retirement? What retirement? Do I look like I will retire? I have at least 10, 15 years of corporate career ahead here. I am retiring from Brenntag because 60 is unfortunately their age. See the problem again. India. India has a very big problem. Retirement, people start, oh, I'm 58, I'm 60, I'm going to retire. And people start their career abroad at 60 years. People have new enterprise, they become the entrepreneurs. They become new companies, they open at 60, 65 years. People marry at 70. People in Brazil used to marry at 75, 80, second, third marriages. You do, life continues. Life, in fact, increases better. So I did my PhD. Why should I have done my PhD now? I have that passion. I want to do things. Continue. I want to give back society. I want to open orphanages. I want to do a lot of things. So I'm not going to retire. At least 15 years, that's for sure. Whether in Brenntag or any other company, I have no problem. I keep on working. That's how it is. So, and the moment you retire, Tell it to your dad or your whoever it is, your grandparents. The moment you retire, you lose mentally and physically both. Mentally, physically, you have to keep in shape. I try to keep in shape to some extent, but even mentally, you have to be in shape because you just can't sit down and read TV and read newspapers. You have to be doing something. At least people like me. There are people who want to retire. There are two different people. I am not. I am the kind of who wants to do something. I am an active person. I have to do things, keep on doing something. So that becomes a little problem for my family, but sometimes, but that's okay.
Now, our next segment is personal reflection and insights.
So, sir, can you just introduce your family to our audience?
My father, my mother, and I think that's me. I think little bit more here on rest of it. This is during my elder son's graduation day. Graduation means in their school graduation. This is he did from the IB student from Bangkok. So he was getting his 12th standard, so you have to wear all the structured doors and all that. So graduation is very big in international schools.
Okay.
He did it from Bangkok, Patna, IB. Younger one he did from American SAS, Singapore. He did graduation from there. This was my graduation day. So my wife, Anupama, she's a homemaker. She
Okay.
works on three of us very hard, very hard. My elder son, Anshuman, and my younger son, Aryaman. They are both grown up, very both. And of course, my dad. That's my family.
But I wanted to know that how significant was the role of your parents in shaping your personality and character as an individual?
See, not only my parents, I'll tell you about even my children, my wife have been instrumental in shaping my kind of personality in a big way. I said learning. I told you about learning. I keep on learning. Today also, my younger son is grown up now. He's 21. He keeps on telling me about a lot of things which I hear. I try to absorb. Like my physical fitness, I have vitamins every day. I'm physical little go to gym, etc. I was introduced by my eldest son. A lot of things have been introduced by my younger son, which I have again adapted to what you should do, what you should not do, how things have to move, right? So I'm learning. So they are also shaping my, and of course, wife always carves you, not shapes you, carves you out, right? So that's how it goes. My parents have been very instrumental. See, being a humble person, he was also uh, a vice president and one of the Goenka group. And I learned humbleness from him. See, one thing important which is there that be humble always, whatever position you reach. You have to be a friend, you have to be humble, you have to like your family. Same thing with your colleagues, everybody. They should be strict, but also approachable. But should know you, he means business, but okay, he's approachable as well. So being humble, being a kind of a person not taking any bribes on ethics, etc. All I learned from my father. Again, not I drink, but I don't get drunk. And it was like those kind of all ethics have come from my father. No smoking, nothing. My mother, of course, she has shaped my entire personality. She taught me elocution, dramatics. She told me to go ahead and get things done. Always in sports, so I play sports today because of her. I go to dramatics. I'm a good speaker. I talk to you like this because of her. Elocution, dramatic. So she was a person who put me there. Go, go. And I said, no, no, no. Go, go. Perform, perform. Do it. So like you have, when you have children, you always get that into your mind. Don't keep them aside. See, studying is one part. As I told you, I'm not from IIT or IIM. I am from FMS Baroda, an MS University, which is an okay school. University of Pune now, PhD. They're all okay. They're all good schools, but not A grade, A plus, super A grade. So, and I've done much better than my IIT and IIM colleagues, quite a few of them. Right? How? Because of my parents' personality shaping them, because of my help from my wife, everybody from my family. It all has to be there. So your passion, your perseverance, your zeal, your enthusiasm has to be there. Your learning has to be continuous, and always abiding by culture, adopting the culture of the country you go, or learning, understanding from your corporates, and all your parents' blessings. Obviously, my mother is still there. I've come to meet my mother as well. So Mother's Day tomorrow, and plus the support of the family. Everything has to be there. That's how it goes.
Sir, one major problem that today's generation is facing is the maintenance of work-life balance. So what is your thought on that, and how do you manage your professional and personal life?
See, there's no substitute for hard work. One thing is for sure, you have to work hard. But I also say, work hard, play harder. Work hard, at least play hard. I learned it from Sam Michel, my Valvoline CEO. I always tell that to my boys also, or to my organization also. We'll work hard for the full year, but we'll enjoy for those 4 or 5 days absolute no work. We have a blast, right? Similarly, I said weekends I work for Monday to Friday, absolute work, 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 work. But what I do is maybe I might not sit in the office after 7 o'clock. I come back home, then I again start working after 7 at home. But at home, that's you are at least with the family. But weekends, I try not to work. But in India, you can avoid, but not avoid. But outside, if I was out abroad, it was like quiet Saturday, Sunday. Because nobody used to work. But in India, unfortunately, everybody works, so you have to also work on Saturdays. But Sundays, obviously, no. But that, so you have to have a work-life balance. So initially days, if you think I'm not going to work, I'm going to with my family always, and I'll not, so that's not going to help. I remember my Valvoline days, the brand building days, all distribution appointment days, dealer appointment days. I used to travel for 20 plus days. In my car, I used to tour Punjab and UPs and this from on my 1 minute any driver has to go and flood sometimes, get car getting stuck. But and I used to see my son, I used to always young son, Anshuman, he was there, I think it was 1 year, 2 years that time, once in a while. But then so but again, 2, 3 days I used to devote to him totally, Saturday, Sundays. So that relationship has to happen. So you have to have a work-life balance, but obviously work is there because if you're, but again, if your family is unhappy, you become unhappy at work. In both ways. So you have to have a balance.
So, sir, as we can see that your life is having a very hectic schedule. So, what activities do you indulge in to take a break mentally and physically as well?
I told you about music. I listen to music. I go for walks. I play tennis at least once a week or twice a week if possible. Right. I go to the gym once a time, once in a while. We have a lot of excursions outside. We go to traveling. Like this is a photograph of Pattaya, where I think when we were in Thailand, my 2010, correct. I was then, yeah, in Thailand. I just reached Thailand. So my parents had come to visit us. So initial times also, see, when I was young, I'm still young, still young. But when I was younger, okay, your age, and I started my career, my initial 25, 30, I used to always go for excursions outside, take my family. So even if I was in Delhi, one trip to Agra, one trip Jaipur, and every 2 months, 3 months, keep on traveling and do the best for it. See, don't again compromise there. No, it's a different thought of life. I spent a lot on vacations. I spent a lot on recreation, giving the best for my family. My family has the best of music guitars, or best of instruments. We traveled in on five-star hotels. We traveled to the best of countries. I spent everything there. But but again, it's up to you. What I'm saying is, enjoy whatever you can. Enjoy your life. कल किसने देखा है? कल हो ना हो, right? So at least people will remember you. They will not curse you. Oh, this guy was like, oh my God, miser, and he didn't do anything. You try to do it. So if you are there in life, enjoy your life today. Do your best. Give your best, and so yeah, that's what I do. So I watch movies every Sunday. Once in a while, I take my wife. Now children don't go with me unless it's a Hollywood good movie, and otherwise me and my wife go. I watch OTT. So it's like you have to relax as well. It's not just work, work, work. It has to be both work-life balance because you need when you are watching OTT or if I'm playing. I always say, you're in a sport. You are playing tennis or cricket or football or whatever it is. That 1 hour, 2 hours, you are away. You don't think anything else, right? It is just totally gone. You're not talking of think of work. You're not thinking of anything else. Family. Similarly, it's competitive spirit. You think and team spirit. In cricket, you are competing against your other guy. You are developing yourself and better in bowling, better in you are again working for your betterment of yourself, and you are developing a team spirit as a one. So all this is happening. So sports is very essential. Again, OTT or movies. I said go. You should see movies. See why? The 2 hours you're there, you are absolutely there. That mind gets shut off from everything else. You don't get bothered 10 different singers coming in. So everything is important in life. Don't see, oh, I'm wasting my time by seeing a movie 2 hours. No, it's important. Everything is important. So work is definitely important. You have to give the best there, but this is also.
Sir, as you said that your son is a music enthusiast. So, sir, as a person working in as such a senior corporate position, what was your reaction when he first told you that he wanted to pursue his interest as a career?
Indian parent.
Yes.
What does an Indian parent think? Dad, I want to become a musician. What? I mean, he was, see, we sent him to UBC first, Canada. He did his, I told you, graduation from Thailand, 12th standard. Then for graduation, I sent him for engineering, environmental engineering to UBC, Canada. 6 months he was there. He got his Nirvana in 6 months. Nirvana. He says, that I'm not meant for engineering. I want to go to music. He was a very good band player. Like you can see initially also, right? He used to always play the guitar very well. I gave him the guitar when he was, I think, 8 years old. I always wanted to become a good guitarist. I could not. So I said, son, you do it. I never knew he was going to take up a career of music, right? So obviously it was a kind of a little shock because we want people to become engineers or MBAs or doctor, whatever it is. Still that mindset is there. Indian mindset is there. Was there. But now it's changing. Now it's changing a lot, by the way. Now more and more people are sending them to different, all my families, my friends, everybody are changing. But it was a shock. But then my wife, again, she kind of tried to console me and shape me. And I said, okay, accepted it. So he went to Australia. I said, son, okay, but you still have to do your graduation. So he went to Australia and he did his graduation from Australia Institute of Music. I said, then it's fine. And I'm sure he will become good one day because he's a very brilliant guy. But his genre is slightly, I think, 5 years ahead of today in India. He sings in English and Hindi and now he's into Hindi. But I think his album is coming out next month. It's a very good album. I love it. It's a different album. So hopefully you guys will also love it and support him.
Sir, what advice would you like to give to parents who don't allow their children to pursue non-conventional careers like artistry, sports, or anything other than 9 to 5 job?
See, world is changing. We are not like our parents, and our children are not like us. Okay, unfortunately, what happened is people like us at this time we have got caught in between. We have learned to respect our parents, but our children don't respect us. Kind of that's become kind of this norm which is there. But anyway, but careers are changing. It's not engineering, MBA, or doctors anymore. It's like a huge vast. Even in MBA, you have. I was talking to some universities have got 20 fields of specialization now, not just marketing or finance or operation research or SEM or whatever it is. 20 fields of super specialization. And obviously, it's people want to have careers in music or in sports. You have to see where he or the kid wants to develop. You just can't force him because if you're forcing him or her, he will curse you in the future. Today, I let him be a musician. It is his choice. No? I am supporting him whatever best I could. Correct? But he cannot tell me, Dad, you forced me to engineering, so I'm not doing well. I have supported him. I am happy, he is happy. Similarly, I would advise all the parents, which is happening, I told you. More and more parents are now sending them to unconventional careers now. Send them to whatever the child wants to do. Become a photographer, become a videographer, become an actor. At least support them to whatever best you can. And then obviously he will learn or she will learn the hard way. It will happen. But not that, okay, no, do your graduation, then you play cricket. That's what the normal thing. No, you do your engineering, but then you can play cricket. But that doesn't happen. You cannot become a great player unless you actually practice. The same like career, no? You have to work hard, really work hard, give your 9-10 hours to a job, only then you will succeed. Similarly, you have to give 9-10 hours on cricket or a football or whatever you want to become, photographer, only then you will succeed. So I would just suggest, and I think it's happening. So I'm happy that it's happening in India as well. Rapid fire. So I said you're going to fire rounds at me?
No,
We are firing questions.
Questions, but I have to be on the defensive now. Very defensive, right? Okay.
So let's see what Mr. Alok Sharman rapid responses reveal about him.
So, sir, first question will be what one skill you developed in MBA days that has helped you throughout your corporate journey?
I would suggest say P&L, learning about the profit and loss, about that subject which was there, and understanding the GPs, understanding margins, which helped me throughout, which right from the day one.
Sir, if you could learn any new skill or hobby overnight, what would it be?
As I said, I have continuous learning for me. I'm learning everything. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from everybody here. But one thing is on AI, obviously. I've chat GPT, I've done, I'm learning, I've done that, I use it a lot. But anything more on PowerPoints, on Excels, on, I mean, AI is so rapidly happening. I would love to do rapid fire courses and learn from whatever I can.
Sir, so what's the craziest adventure or experiences on your bucket list?
I've already done very good excursions. I've done very good holidays. So I think a lot of things we have already achieved. Life. I've gone to. If you talk of my vacation, I'll tell you one of the best vacations. Of course, India vacations was Kashmir, 2005. Not now. Now Kashmir has changed. It has become a state. 2005, we were there. It was still heaven on earth. Beautiful. I mean, one of the best vacations. We spent 7 days there, our entire family, with on the shikaras and houseboats and Gulmarg and snow. That's fun. International, my best vacation was in Ushuaia. Ushuaia is Patagonia, which is end of South Pole. It's called end of Earth. Argentina, if you see Latin America, Argentina, end of that Argentina is the South Pole, end of South Pole. It's called Ushuaia. There we had a vacation at minus 40 degrees centigrade. We had we were on sledges and those husky dogs pulling us, the snowfall happening. It was like beautiful. What an experience! And glaciers, and then on the ship we went. So the sea and glaciers together. We used to see seals and otters, and it was out of fantastic. So I've done a lot, but I don't want to really get into very big trouble because of my. I want to keep myself healthy, so I would not have any crazy adventure as such. If you say.
Okay, sir, what's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
I receive the best piece of advice every day from my wife. So that is one thing. But yeah, I see. I receive advices from. I see. It's always there. Whether you want to, everybody wants to give you advice. But as you reach up the career, people stop. They don't give. But still. But obviously, the family is always there. You have to learn people from right from day one. I started learning from a day one of my career. My first boss, Mr. S. Mundra, fantastic. I saw and observed him. He was general manager of Aqua. I learned. I learned from Mr. P.K. Das, Reliance Industries. I observed he gave me a lot of structured and systematic ways to do it. So keep on learning. So they will not advise, they will not even advise you. So you have to keep your eyes and ears open and see what he is doing good and ask him, sir, how do you, let me be honest with you. I was there for Reliance only for a year, right? But I learned quite a few things from my bosses. I like Mr. P.K. Das. I don't know whether he's there or not today. I hope he's still alive. If he's there, thank you, sir. Is that I used to say, sir, how do you remember so many things? He used to always, after 1 week, every week, I has to go to make a chamber and sit there. So he says, Alok, have you done this? I said, sir, how did I remember it? I've forgotten. And he told me, see, I have to maintain a diary like this, write down, keep on writing, tasks to do. And if I have not done it today, I shift it to next day. Then he used to make a file with him. Those are old days. Today you have all the laptops and your iPhones and all that with you. But so advices people will give you. Take the good advices, but don't take all of them. Remove them from where. Remove it. Because everybody is there to say I want.
So, sir, if you could instantly become an expert in any subject, which one subject it would be?
Expert.
Yes.
I would like to become a film actor here. With like Amitabh Bachchan, somebody taking me in movies and become a dance. So always there. But I'm saying, see, you have to be as you grow. You have to of course have your expertise. Like I am an expert in sales and marketing, distribution, but I am in jack of everything. I have to know P&L, I have to know supply chain, I have to know finance, right? I have to know all these subjects which are there. Only then you can succeed. See, one thing you have to understand is how I also succeed. I learn from you and then give it back to you. So in the organization, I go there, become open, I understand what's the problem. And then because I understand, I might not know those skills or those, but I develop those skills and try to inculcate those skills and knowledge, and then again try, because otherwise the supply chain manager will say, he's not from supply chain, what is he teaching? Finance person will say, doesn't even know anything about balance sheets and P&L, how is he teaching me that? But you have to learn. So you have to keep that learning on. As you grow in your career, you have to keep on learning. But again, saying that, Sir Amitabh Bachchan, if he is listening, he can take me and I can be there along with him to as an actor someday.
What's your priority? Money, health, fame, or mental peace?
Money,
Health, fame,
Fame,
and mental
mental
peace.
peace.
Mental peace.
see, health has to be there first. If you don't have health, everything else is useless, right? Then I would say mental peace, because health is there, you have mental peace, at least you're calm and you're good, right? And then I would now money and fame, right? So there are two subjects which are different. Now money might get you fame, or fame might get you money. It's either way. I would say both of them come together, but it's not that. So I would say I would like to be me. Fame is more important, and last would be money. So health, mental peace, fame, and
Sir, in which country do you consider the best place to work? Singapore, Thailand, Brazil, or India?
all of them have their own pluses and minuses. Of course, I would love to go back to Thailand or Brazil, but India, if you have the money, nothing like India.
So, sir, if not marketing, which field which would you have chosen if not marketing?
Acting, I told you.
No, sir, in MBA
In
only.
MBA only.
In MBA. From HR, finance, or operations.
Uh, HR, finance,
Or operations.
maybe operations.
Okay. Sir, what is your all-time favorite quote?
All-time favorite quote. It's my own quote, I would say. You see, I always talk that I give advice to everybody here. See, I would say, do your best in whatever you do. That's simple. Do your best in whatever you do.
Describe alum committee in one word.
You are doing a very good job, and it's very important. See, because this is where you connect with the alumni, and alumni connects with you, and then you obviously get your internships, your jobs, and you learn from them as well. And when they come back here, they also see that they have that nostalgic feeling, right? So I would give credit to people like, I think Panktur started this in FM, this, what is it called? Virasat podcast. No, yeah, no, but MSF. And podcast was started by you, is it? Of you, one of you. Nice. So good, very good, great. So nice job. Congratulations on this excellent job.
So, with this last section, we come to an end to this podcast. Now, I did like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Dr. Alok Sharman for sharing his incredible journey with us today. Your wealth of experience and insightful perspectives have truly been inspiring. We greatly appreciate your time and wisdom, and we look forward to apply the lessons learned from your remarkable journey. Thank you once again for joining us on Virasat.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.